welcome back to my cozy little corner. Today is one of those slow, quiet days where everything feels just a little softer. The kind of day where you really don't want to rush and you don't want to be overly productive. You just want to sit down, relax, and do something gentle for your mind. Lately, I've been feeling drawn to hobbies that feel really calming but also a little bit engaging. Things that keep my hands busy, give my mind something to focus on, and don't feel too overwhelming or stressful. And that's where puzzles and brain games come in. There's something so comforting about them. They're simple, they're quiet, and they give you a sense of progress without any pressure. So today we're going to be spending some time talking about a few of my favorite cozy brain hobbies: working on a puzzle, doing crosswords, and solving a few Sudoku puzzles. These are the kinds of activities that help me to slow down, feel present, and gently unwind at the end of a day. So if you're watching this with a warm drink under a blanket or just needing a peaceful moment, I am really happy that you're here. So let's slow down together. There's something really calming about working on a puzzle. It's one of those hobbies that feels almost meditative in its own way. You sit down, you spread out the pieces, and for a little while, the rest of the world just fades into the background. There's no rush, no pressure, just you, the pieces, and the quiet process of putting something together. When I start on a puzzle, I like to take my time. I'll pour a drink, maybe light a candle, and just settle into the moment. Sometimes I start by flipping all the pieces over. Other times I just dive right in and see what pieces catch my eye first. There's no right way to do it, and I think that's part of what makes it so cozy. I usually start with the edges, finding the corners, building the frame. It's like creating a little foundation before everything else starts to come together. And then slowly, piece by piece, the image begins to form. At first, it feels random, like nothing is really connecting, but then you find one piece that fits to another, and then another piece, and then suddenly there's a small section of the puzzle already completed. And that small progress that feels so satisfying. Puzzles remind me that progress doesn't have to be fast to be meaningful. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it takes time, but every little piece matters. I also love how puzzles give your mind something gentle to focus on, not in a stressful way, but in a way that feels grounding. You're scanning colors and shapes and patterns, and your brain is engaged, but your body is relaxed, and that balance feels really calming. Sometimes I'll spend hours working on a puzzle without even noticing how much time has passed. And it becomes this quiet little world that I can step into whenever I need a break. And I think there's something really beautiful about that, a hobby that doesn't demand anything from you. It just invites you to sit down, slow down, and to enjoy the process. Even if the puzzle takes days or weeks to finish, that's a part of the charm. It's not about rushing to the end. It's about enjoying each little moment along the way. There's something so cozy about sitting down with a crossword puzzle. It also feels a little nostalgic too, like something you do on a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, or on a slow afternoon when you just want to relax your mind. Crosswords are such a gentle way to engage your brain. They're not rushed, they're not overwhelming, they just invite you to think slowly and thoughtfully. When I start a crossword, I don't expect myself to know every answer. That used to stop me before. I thought I had to be really, really good at it, but now I see it differently. It's not about getting everything right. It's about the process of figuring things out. Sometimes I start with the easiest clues, ones that come to mind right away, and then slowly those answers can help me unlock the rest of the puzzle. It's like everything is connected. One small answer leads to another, and before you know it, the puzzle begins to fill in. There's something really satisfying about that. The feeling of slowly uncovering something piece by piece. And I also love how crosswords make you think in a different way. They play with language, with different meanings, with little hints and clues that make you pause and actually think. Sometimes I'll sit there for just a minute staring at a clue, and then suddenly it clicks. A little aha moment, and it feels so rewarding. Other times I skip a clue and I have to come back to it later. And that's okay. To step away, to return with fresh eyes. Not everything needs to be solved right away. Crosswords feel cozy because they're quiet. They don't demand your full energy. They just sit with you patiently, waiting for you to figure things out at your own pace. And in a world that moves so quickly, that kind of slow thinking really is comforting. Sudoku is one of those hobbies that feels both calming and satisfying at the same time. It's simple, just numbers on a page, but there's something really peaceful about the logic behind it. When I sit down to do a Sudoku, it feels like stepping into a quiet mental space, a place where everything is orderly, everything has a solution, and all you have to do is just find it. I usually start by scanning the grid, looking for the obvious numbers and filling in what I can, and then slowly working through the rest. Sudoku requires focus, but not in a stressful way. It's more in a gentle concentration. Your mind becomes present, truly aware, and everything else fades away for a little while. There's something really comforting about that, just focusing on one small problem at a time and solving it step by step. Ooh. Sudoku also teaches patience. Sometimes you don't immediately see the answer. Sometimes you have to sit with it for a little while. You have to look at it from different angles and trust that eventually it'll make sense to you. And when it does, it feels so satisfying. The quiet moment where everything clicks into place. I also love how Sudoku doesn't require anything extra. Just a pencil or a pen and a page. And yet it creates this peaceful, focused experience. It's one of those hobbies that you can really come back to again and again. Whenever you need a moment of calm, whenever you want to gently engage your mind, and by the time you finish a puzzle, there's this quiet sense of accomplishment, not rushed, not overwhelmed, just calm, steady progress. And that's my slow, cozy day with puzzles and brain games. Sometimes we think that relaxing means completely turning off our minds, but I found that there's something really special about certain hobbies that engage your mind without overwhelming it. Puzzles, crosswords, and Sudoku. They give us something to focus on while allowing you to feel calm and present. They remind you that it's okay to take things slowly, to figure things out one step at a time, and to enjoy the process along the way. So if you've been looking for a simple, cozy hobby to add to your routine, I recommend trying one of these. You don't need anything fancy, just a quiet moment, a comfortable space, and a little bit of curiosity. Let me know in the comments below which one of these cozy hobbies you would try next. And if you stayed until the end of this video, comment this emoji in the comments below to let me know that you're a real one and that you stayed until the end of the video. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell notification. That way you never miss a single upload of one of my videos. Please subscribe because I have a goal of getting to over 100 subscribers before the end of 2026, and I would love for you to be one of them. Thank you so much for spending this cozy time with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay cozy, my friends. See you in the next one.